Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Together Apart video series. I want to share with you a story that I love about the great Hasidic Rebbe, Rabbi Levi Yitzchak of Berdichev, which teaches us about the power and importance of compassion over judgment. Here's how the story goes. One day, Rabbi Levi Yitzchak of Berdichev was walking down the street, and he noticed an old man doing something unusual. The old man was greasing the wheels of his wagon while wearing his talit and tefillin and mumbling his prayers. Now at that moment, a random person passed by and said to this man, "What are you doing? How dare you grease your wagon wheels while wearing your talit and tefillin and praying?" But Rabbi Levi Yitzchak responded differently. He looked up to the heavens and he cried aloud, "Master of the universe, what remarkable servants you have. Even when they're greasing the wheels of their wagons, they can't take their minds off of you." Now, what I love about this story is that it reminds us that we have a choice about how we look at one another. When we see another seeming to fall short, or when we see someone struggling to hold it all together in their lives, like this man in the story, we have a choice about how we look at them. We could be like the random passerby and judge that person as simply not measuring up or for failing to make it all work. Or we could be like Rabbi Levi Yitzchak, and we could stand in awe of what that person is carrying and is able to achieve in spite of it all. Now, we may be very good at this. We may be very good at being forgiving and compassionate towards others as they try their best, particularly in this difficult time of the pandemic. But now imagine for a moment that you are that person who is greasing your wagon wheels while praying in talit and tefillin. Imagine you are the one who feels like you're falling short, who is struggling to make it all work. And imagine what it might be like to give yourself that same compassion that you would give to another. To stand in awe of everything that you have to carry right now in this moment of the pandemic, in the aftermath of what happened in Texas. And imagine being able to be compassionate with yourself about how difficult it is to make it all work. I wonder how well each of us is able to do that with ourselves. So with this, I invite us all to reflect as we sit in this moment of persisting pandemic, as we sit in this moment of reeling from the terrible hostage situation in Texas. What might it look like to bring a stance of compassion rather than one of judgment to everyone in our lives who are really doing their best to make it all work? And perhaps this is a more difficult question, but what might it look like to bring the same stance of compassion to ourselves as we struggle in our own lives? As usual, I invite you to share your responses with me. You can reach me at rabbi@bethtorah.org. I look forward to hearing what's on your heart and your mind.